Hello, and welcome to It's a Talk Show Now, which is a talk show that we have. I am Martha. And I am lowest voice possible Johnson. And today we are interviewing our guest, Plug. Hello. Plug, tell us a little about yourself. What do you do? Well, I plug into walls, and I charge devices so that they can function. And how does that go? Well, my face gets filled to the brim with electricity, and then it goes all the way through my tail and into the device that I'm charging, and then I go back to doing nothing. All right, well, clap, clap, clap. I'm clapping to that, and so am I. And I'm also clapping to that. Yay, we're the audience. We're all clapping about this. Thank you very much. Now, Plug, I have myself have used your services on many occasions, and I have to say, you do a very good job. Thanks, thanks very much. And also, you are notable around the place as one of the best and most reliable plugs that we have. Well, I'm not actually one of the best. That's just a reputation I have. Really, they're all about the same amount of functional. Everyone around here who does it. I just happen to have garnered a bit of a reputation for being good at it. Really, it's just something that we generally are all good at. All right. Well, either way, the fact that you do it so well really is just a testament to any kind of success at stuff. So I applaud you. Thanks. I mean, it's just something that I do. I have a question for you. Oh, yes. Plug, how long have you been doing this for? Well, let's see. I feel like it's been a few years. A lot of plugs around here have been doing it for a lot longer, but I am one of the newer ones, and those do tend to be the ones that get used the most. So at some point, I hope I'll be able to say that I've been doing it a long time. The longer ones haven't been or the ones who've been doing it longer haven't been doing it as often. I see. And would you prefer to not be doing it as often? It's not what I hope to focus on for my whole life. Although it isn't bad to do it. I do enjoy it. It's fulfilling in a certain way, but it's not my main passion in life. And what is your main passion in life? Well, my main passion in life is writing books about archaeology. I'm not a professional archaeologist myself, but I do like to write books about archaeology. That's fascinating. In regard to these books about archaeology, what got you started on that? Well, ever since I was a little boy, ever since I was a little boy, I've been interested in reading the dictionary and encyclopedias for fun. And I also have been really interested in reading Wikipedia for fun. In fact, one of my main passions is reading Wikipedia and contributing to the articles, and making articles, and contributing to all those forums, ideas about articles. I have written a lot of articles. This plug have been have written a lot of articles on Wikipedia about archaeology. Interesting. Oh, I almost forgot to talk in my low voice. But that's interesting. How many articles have you contributed? And do you mind telling us exactly which articles on Wikipedia you have contributed to? I can't remember all of them because it's been hundreds and hundreds of the articles on archaeology that that I've contributed to. I've contributed to mostly articles that I did not write, but I have written a few articles, myself, primarily. The main one about archaeology in France. I wrote that whole one. Wow, that's amazing. That's really amazing, and I'm going to clap to that. I can't believe that you wrote the whole real one about France. That was you. Yep, that was me. I wrote the whole France article. Wow, that's amazing. And I'm also clapping to that. And me too! Yay! We're all impressed with that because you really wrote the whole one about France. That's a big one. And have you written any others? Yes, I was the one who made the Wikipedia article on archaeology in Denmark. Wow, that's amazing. Clap, clap, clap. Wow, clapping as well. Yeah, me too. And us, and also us. I also made the archaeology article for Spain. Wow, that's amazing. And I agree. Now, plug. What books have you written on archaeology? I've written this one called Archaeology in France, Belgium, and Spain, I think. Was it Spain? Archaeology in France, Belgium, and no, Denmark. France, Denmark, and Spain. That book it was a New York Times bestseller, and it was also on the Oprah Winfrey reading list like 3 times. Once in 1992, and once in 2005, and once in the 80s. All right. Well, that is fantastic. I cannot believe that's all true. Wow, I'm also very impressed, especially as a violinist. All right. So it's the 9-minute 25-second mark. So we're gonna go ahead and get some audience questions. And so, audience, we can take 3 questions, starting with you. Me? Yes, you. All right. Plug. I have a question about the plugging part of your life. Oh yeah. What about that? I was wondering, What's it like to charge a phone and then go from that to charging like headphones? Going from a phone to headphones, do you mean him or do you mean just in general? I guess both. You can't mean both. Do you mean in general? Yeah. In general, going from a phone to going from some headphones is it makes me feel as though I don't really have a distinct purpose. It makes me feel like I'm just here to make other people functional and not here to really be of any other significance. All right. Okay, next question. Hello, my name is Commander. Hello. My question is, when you wrote your first book about archaeology in France, did you have any difficulties along the way? My least favorite part about writing the France book was that I had to learn a lot about geography. See, I like archaeology, but what I hate is geography. And I'm not from France. I'm from America, and so I don't. I mean, I don't recall the land in which I was born. Who knows where chargers are made? But I really my first memories were here in the States. So I don't know anything about France. I've never traveled, but I really had to take the time to learn about where things were. And I hate to do that because goodness me, I get lost really easy. All right, and for the third and final question of the night, as this is a late night talk show, you might be confused because we film during the day, but it's a late night. What am I saying? It's a late night talk show. Okay, who was it? Hello. What's your name? Don't ask them for their names, please. Oh God, which one? My name is Stanley. Hello, Stanley. Hello, plug. What's your question? My question is, if you are looking at Wikipedia and you find that you go from an article on archaeology in France to an article on archaeology in Germany, and then you go from that article to an article about archaeology in Denmark, and you go from that to a whole lot of other stuff, and you go down a chain, and then down the end of the chain, you find yourself at a very strange sex thing, and eventually you just kind of imprint on the first one, and then you find one thing leads to another. You're here at a show. I love you. Okay. All right, so that'll be the end of the show. Thanks for coming here, Plug. We appreciate everything you do. I certainly do, but also I appreciate the Wikipedia and your passion, all that. Thanks, that means a lot. Sorry, I just whipped you with my tail. That's all right. All right. Well, fuck this episode. I've been headphones, and I'm lowest voice possible Johnson, and I'm Martha. And thanks for coming and watching to whatever this was called.